Yeah, Terry, good morning. Okay, I've been able to cover up to an extent, so I would like to run the code. The remaining part will be for some refinement on insure rights and a little bit on the client. Then I'll work on the README. That's what is left. So now at this point, I've not compiled the code. You can see this is the assemble the Java accessibles.java. That is where interfaces is used to check the client eligibility based on the coverage rules. Then whatever class we're implementing must define how the rule is applied and how the client summary is displayed, which you're going to see. So let me check if all my codes are there. Yeah, all my codes, all my files are there. I have one, two, three, four, five, six, seven files. So I've not slept. I've not slept. So since that's 2 days ago, I've been working on this. I wanted you to meet up and then run it on your end and see how it flows. So let me compile it. If you want to compile it, let's raise this up a bit. So if you want to compile it, you say javac. Already, let's check if Java is installed. Yep, Java is installed. You can see that. Okay. So let's compile our code. Javac, you give a space with a star, then .java. Alright, you click enter. Now you can see, you see, it has compiled without error. This is one of the things that your supervisor, your examiner will look at. There is no error. The compilation was successful. So all the codes I've written, there was no error. So you can see the accessible class is compiled, the client class, the client, the health policy, and all the rest. They have all been compiled. So let's run and check how this code works. There are some things that are still not done, just a little bit refinement. So let's now if you want to run, because here in our insure right, let's open the sorry, not the class, let's open the Java. Yeah, this is where your menu and everything will have a menu here. So we're going to see the menu, then we'll run some registration, adding policy, removing policy, printing policy, and all that. These are all based on your assignments. This is based on the assignments we have here. So I'm working with everything, both the 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 little things that some students would look, overlook. I had to make sure that what I follow it sequentially. Now you can see the menu, register a client, add a policy, remove policy, print a client, print all clients and their policies. That is what you are seeing here. See it, print all clients and their policy, print client details and so on, then exit. You can see that. Alright, this program must never crash. You can see it not crash. All menu operation must be wrapped in appropriate try catch blocks. Yes, you can see that. If you come down, you will see that we were able to wrap it up in all the try. That's why we have our exceptions. You can see this first try here. There's an exception here. If there's any error, it will throw this client storage is full. Alright, you can see other tries. Now for this one, if there is what error, it will throw client ID already registered. You will see if we register two IDs that are the same, it will definitely throw an exception error here. Alright, so I will teach you this when we have our class. So let's run. We are running our user rights. sorry, insure rights, I believe. Insure rights. I think I got it. Insure rights. Yes, you don't put the Java, just write this and then let's see. Let me raise this up. So if I'm able to, if you're able to run perfect, you can see there is no error. So it's running. So let's register a client. For instance, let's go with this example we have here. Yes, let's see if we can be able to register this client with this ID. Let's do this right away. Let's register this client. All right, so let's go back. So you choose, says enter your choice. Which choice do I want? This is my main fit. For now, I want to register client. There is no registered client already. So let's enter one. Let's raise this up a bit so that we can see clearly. Yeah, I think that's fine. I'm going to lose my file. Okay, so let's click now. Enter client ID. It must coincide with this ID. So let's use the one we have. Okay, good. Enter the name. Let's go with Alice Johnson. So let's go with Alice Johnson. Now we have Alice Johnson. Let's not give a space. We have with a monthly income. What's the monthly income here? Now you don't put this, already we have it in the system, but it is a double. So you must have both the decimal part and the main part or the number part. Where am I? Now, very, very important. It must be like this. Are you getting it? Okay. Yeah. Now you can see client registered successfully. System is ready for next operation. Perfect. So let's go again. Is there any registration? Yes. Okay. Let's just work with this example. Let's leave this client, client Bob. Okay, let's register client Bob. Let's go. Let's register client Bob. Let's proceed. Register client Bob. Okay, let's not give a space. Was a client name Bob Carter. I want to be sure. Don't waste time because I'm pushing this to the YouTube so that you can watch it. There was her income 2,500. Even if I start to write 2,500 without that 0.002, it will also be able to format it that way. You can see that. Okay, client registered successfully. Now let's, okay, all right, so now let's see what happens here. Let's print. Okay, let's proceed to add policy to the client. Now let's click menu 2. Now, which client? You can see the client we have registered here. Alice Johnson, this, that. So let's add client and policy to client 1. So you select the client. Between 1 to 2, we have 2 clients already registered. I can see 1 to 2. So let's use client. Which client are we adding here? You can see we said register client, we choose client 1, that is client 1. Then what kind of policy do we have to add? Let's add policy 1 for health. You can see we are adding policy 1 for health, and then we need to specify the ID. Just watch what I will do. I will have 5 of the code instead of 4. It will throw error. Let's continue. Which provider name? Let's say Alvina. Let us give Alvina. Amount coverage, let us say £200. Now age must be between 34. Let's just say 34. Now what? It will throw error. Now pre-existing false. Just watch. You can see exception error. Look at it here. Policy ID format. It is wrong because I use more than 4. Okay, so let me quickly add a policy again without making any mistakes. Let's select 1. Then let's select health. So let's quickly do the right thing. The policy must be in capital letter, 4 digits, not 5. To accept it, so let's say Alvina and so on. Coverage number 200. Enter the age 34. Just pre-existing is false. There is no pre-existing record for this person, so that will say false. Now you can see it is registered successfully. Policy added successfully. So let's view our menu. Let's check print the client details. Let's see. If we choose menu, which is menu what 4. Now it's asking you if you want to print. Yes. So which client do you want to print his detail? Let's say client 1. Now watch. You can see this. Look at this. This is what they are looking for in your assignment. Look at it here. Look at it here. It's what we have here. Let's go up. It's what we have here. We just did only one policy. Now just watch it. You can see client is this, and it's in a tabular form. You can see policy is just 1 out of 5. We just have only one policy that we chose. Then it's within limits. Yes, it's within limits. Total premium is $1. It's calculated for you. One pounds. They say you must use pounds. Then the limit is a calculation based on what we have. Now, which policy ID did we choose? Health. Alvina, everything is covered. All right. So you can also, for the last time, because I'm still working on some certain things here for the last part. But let's see if you can remove this policy ID. Let's go to menu 3. You can remove the policy ID. So which policy do you want to remove? It says select the client you want to remove the policy, still client 1. Now it's asking you enter policy number to remove. Now it's just only one for policy for this guy, only one policy. So let's click 1. Just watch it. Did you see that? Policy is removed successfully. Now if you go back and check this guy again, let's say let's print the client details number 4. Let's just print only one person, which client number 1. You can see there is no policy registered because we have deleted it. All right, thank you so much. I'll be expecting your response. So I'm going to compile this. I'm going to push this to GitHub, and then I will zip it ready to be sent. But before sending it, I'll work on the README and a little part of the client class, even though I have done some part of it. Yes, I still need to refine some areas on it. Yes, there are some certain things I need to work on, but within a short time I will be done with it. All right, thank you so much. Okay, this is where we stop.